Hello and welcome back to Hillside Baking. We did take a little bit of a break, but we're back at it again for season 2. I would like to give a shout out to my new friend Matt from the J Street Cafe. He gave me this apron, a couple baking utensils, this really nice pan with the silicone mat. And I was very excited to have those gifts, and that's a big shout out to him. To kick off season 2 and the holiday season, we're gonna make a very fun Christmas cookie that I made last year. It's called the chocolate crinkle cookie. You can also call it an earthquake cookie, but I like to call it that. So let's start baking. Here are the ingredients you'll need. To start, we will get a medium bowl and we'll put in flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. I have sifted the flour and the baking powder, and so that will help it because the flour will get really fine, and so the cocoa powder, so it will come out smooth. And then we're just gonna whisk it all together. Now that this is done and looks like this, we're gonna set it aside and get a larger bowl. And we're gonna take our room temperature butter that is unsalted, and we're going to put it into here. Then we're gonna take our sugar and put it in. And then we're going to whisk it with our electric mixer until it's light and airy. Now that both my eggs have been mixed in one at a time, I'm going to add in my vanilla, and I'm going to stir it in because I don't want to overmix it, my wet ingredients. So I'm just going to stir this in. And now I'm going to add a little bit of this, of my dry mixture. And then I'm going to mix it in, and I'm just going to repeat that step until my dry ingredients bowl is empty. Now, you don't want to overmix it because then it will lose its texture. But now we're going to scrape the sides because now it looks like this. Now we're going to scrape the sides. Then we're going to beat in one egg at a time. So you have one egg. I'm going to put this in. And then we're going to beat this in. And then once that's all mixed in, we're going to do the next one. Okay.
Is she up to those baking shows again? I better take some.
Lucy, come back here. Are you going to steal my cookie batter?
No.
Yes, you are. We need these. But don't worry, you can have the cookies when they're done. Now that our batter is mixed and been tried to eat by Lucy, we're going to start preparing them. Now these cookies are actually covered in white powdered sugar. So the way that we're gonna do this, I have my cookie scooper, or you can just use a tablespoon. And so I'm gonna take some, it's a little much, and I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna roll it into a ball, like this. And then I'm gonna roll it in our powdered sugar, and I'm going to put it onto my mat. I'm using this rubber mat, but you can use parchment paper too. And I'm just going to repeat that step until all my batter is gone. You may need 2 pans. And you also want to keep the cookies about 2 inches apart. Okay, so I finished doing all my cookies. I ended up using 2 trays. The batter was a bit sticky, but I worked with it and I washed my hands after. So now we're going to put these in the oven. I preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put them in until they're cracked and puffed, which would be about 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. So let's go do that. See you in 10 to 12 minutes. So my cookies have been baked and cooled, as you can see. So after they were in the oven, I let them cool for 15 minutes, and then I took a spatula, a metal one, and I moved them onto this cooling rack to cool completely. Now that they're all cool, it's ready to taste them.
You mean eat.
Okay, we can eat them. All right, I'm gonna pick this one, and you're gonna pick that one. Ready?
I want the first tree.
Okay. It's very chocolatey and sweet, but not too sweet. And it has the powdered sugar on top, which balances out the chocolate and the sweetness. And the texture is really chewy and crispy on the outside, and it's really delicious. Thank you for watching Hillside Bake, and happy holidays.